Welcome to the Typical Skeptic podcast, where we dive deep, you decide. Questioning the matrix from UFOs, where the shadows unknown reside. Rob Khalil busting myths like ghosts in the night. Paranormal pros, secret space ops, yo, we keep it real, no fright. Typical skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Aliens, Anunnaki, black ops in disguise. From abductions to ancient scripts, we flip the script wide. TSP style, mile after mile, truth can't hide. Hold up, TSP crew assemble, we dismantle the fable. MILAB's targeted souls breaking out of the stable. Dogman howling, Bigfoot prowling, cryptids in the mist. Mandela the fix, twisting reality, can't resist the twist. Soul trap snapping, reincarnation mapping, holographic dreams, near-death visions, out-of-body missions, waking up the teams. No censorship here, we fear no elite scheme. Conspiracy kings ringing bells, hear the freedom ring. The skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Extraterrestrials, interdimensional highs.
Welcome to Typical Skeptic Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. I'm really excited about my guest today. He's been on my show many times before. I have with me the amazing Drago Reid. His website is fractaloflight.com. You can find him on his Rumble channel at Portal to Another Dimension, and also on his YouTube at Portal to Another Dimension. I wrote that in the comments. I'm going to add him to the stage in a second. I'll just give it an introduction here. I wrote, Drago Reid returns to the Typical Skeptic for another deep dive into some of the most controversial subjects in modern disclosure. As the founder of fractaloflight.com, certified QHHT practitioner, and host to Portal to Another Dimension, Drago has spent thousands of hours working with experiencers, military veterans, contactees, individuals who report involvement in secret space programs, MILAB operations, Monarch programming, covert government projects. Tonight, we'll explore topics including the secret space program, and like trauma-based programming, consciousness, regression, all that stuff. It's going to be awesome. Drago's own extraordinary journey involving a near-death experience, traumatic brain injury, and unusual abilities he has emerged afterward. Whether you've followed Drago's work for years or you're hearing of his story for the first time, this promises to be another fascinating conversation exploring consciousness, hidden history, and the hidden mysteries surrounding human potential. And I'm bringing him to the stage now. And yeah, Drago, thanks so much, man, for coming back on. How are you?
Always excited to be on your show, man. This is like number 15. This is one of the most interactive podcasts I've ever been on. So I love the Q&As, the audience kind of chiming in, and just the freestyle kind of questioning. So it's a fun podcast, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. We always have a good time. Yeah, like we're going to get into some cool stuff tonight. So yeah, you just got back from Hawaii and Ireland, right? How was it?
Man, it was a lot of travel. I was pushing myself, and I was also supposed to do Australia this month, but we had to just put it off a little bit. You know, the travel has been, like I said, it was England in November, and now it's Ireland, and then I had less than 1 day before I had to fly to Hawaii for the Super Soldier Conference. So it's been nonstop travel. I'm glad to be home. I needed the break. You know, now I have a little bit more free time, so I'm stoked.
Yeah, that's awesome. How do you feel the conferences went?
The Super Soldier one was awesome. It was more of an intimate gathering of people, and we realized it was we had made agreements before we incarnated that we would come at that time in that space, and we would share moments and activate each other. And we did all kinds of things, man. We swam in the ocean. We seen waterfalls. We were in the center of Mount Kilauea, the volcano that erupted in 2018. And the neighborhood I was staying in, dude, it destroyed a lot of that entire neighborhood. And it was part of the Leilani Estates. And right next to the dang Airbnb that I was staying in, it was called the Jedi Lanai. It was a Star Wars themed house. Like all the individual rooms had, a lot of them had like, this dude probably has $500,000 worth of memorabilia in his house. It was legit, but right next to it and behind his house, lava fields everywhere, dude. And it messed up a lot of people. It caused all kinds of evacuations, and like it was a big overflow, man. It went straight to the ocean. And just the power of being on that lava field, man, and the type of volcanic rock that there, man, it'll change you when you go there, man. So we did a lot of stuff when we were there.
Yeah, what was there was a, but you said that was more like an intimate gathering, right? The Super Soldier Con.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's Hawaii, so it's kind of expensive to travel there. So it wasn't one of the bigger conferences that we normally see because, you know, Hawaii is so damn expensive. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to advertise season 2 next year. And we're going to do it well in advance so people can plan, they can save, and they need to come to Hawaii, man. There's even talk about speakers moving to Hawaii to those exact areas we were in. So it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to get to Hawaii too. You know, it's like Journey to Truth did a conference in Hawaii, and now there was that conference in Hawaii. It seems like people are being called there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm glad I went. I haven't been to Hawaii in my civilian life. I've been on there on operations. So this is the first time I got to see Hawaii and truly experience what it is and what the people's like. So it was pretty amazing, man.
Yeah. And then how about Ireland? What was Ireland like?
Okay, so a lot of people don't know this, but I do travel around the world. A lot of the clients that can't necessarily put their life on hold, where they might have a family, they might have kids, they might have animals, and they can't come spend 3 to 4 days coming to see me for just a single day, because like just the travel time is minimum one to 1.5 days to go and back and forth between America or Ireland. And what I do is I charge my clients $1,500 per day, and you have to pay for my hotel and my flight. And that will include, depending on how many days I come, it will include your session.
Yeah.
So a lot of my clients prefer to fly me out to them because it's more convenient with them in their life. And I love to see new places. So this was my first time ever seeing Ireland, you know, so I even got to go to the Hill of Tara. And that was a place where there was a lot of kind of human sacrifice. And there's a portal there on this place, this major hill. And I noticed when I was there, I was laying back on the hill and I was feeling it. I was psychically feeling what happened, and I and I knew nothing about the Hill of Tara when I went.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look into it to see what it was. I wanted to kind of sense what I sensed. And what I sensed was it was an intergalactic portal. It goes to other places inside Earth and other places as well, depending on what your intention or frequency key is. You have to have the frequency key. But I noticed when I'm laying on that hill, I'm looking at the sky, and all the flight paths of the planes are going around this kind of circular kind of beam, different directions. So at that point, I started psychically feeling into, I'm like, holy shit, they designed their flight plans away from this area because it causes EMF fluctuations on their instruments on the plane. I even confirmed that theory with Amir Jahangiri, and he saw the same shit too. So I'm like, wow, this hill's really talking to me. It's really telling me stuff. And what I did was I opened up a portal. And I do this in my hypnosis sessions. I opened up a portal and I invited all the souls that wanted to go back home, the ones that were trapped there, the ones that were kept there through ritual satanic abuse, through mass sacrifice, and they never got to leave. They kind of got stuck there in a discarnate way, right? They were all over that entire area. They weren't just underground. There's souls literally just, ooh, and you can't see them. Whoa. And I was just like, holy shit. I did the same thing in Hawaii at the very end. We'll talk about the Hawaii trip later. But I realized there was all these tormented souls, and I opened up this portal and I allowed them to go back home for the first time, go back to their star origin or go back to source. I gave them that. And I confirmed that with my client, Shelly, literally the next day. Shelly's the one that flew me out to Ireland, and I was there for like 4 days, I think. wasn't long enough because there's so much amazing. I have pieces from castles I took. I literally brought a flathead. Whenever I go to a foreign country, I'll go buy a flathead screwdriver and I'll be like, I'm taking this tile from the Sydney Opera House, or I'm taking this part of the Berlin Wall, or I'm taking this
Oh, that's
part of
dope,
St.
dude. Yeah, that's a good
So
idea.
it's not legal. But I
Yeah.
also take photos of me doing it, committing crimes around the world. But you know what? These places, these stones connected to these castles, the Berlin Wall, it has a frequency. And you can use that for teleportation. Once you have the frequency of a place, if you're a teleporter, you can automatically go there. The same thing with time-space coordinates. If you're on another planet and you want to go specifically to the Hill of Tara, you need to know the exact frequency of that time and space. And I asked permission after I cleared these souls from Tara. I'm like, may I have permission to take some of your rocks back home so I can always have this frequency and connection to you, this part of the earth, this part of the feminine energy? And I got that I could. So I dug in the ground and I just found some rocks. You know, I didn't just say, I'm going to look around and pick a rock. I'm like, you know, something says just dig here. And I found 3 pieces and I brought them back. And but that healing with session with Shelley, man, she's a very important galactic kind of creator herself, and she's part of the 7 sisters. And these 7 sisters are discarnate beings. They don't need physical bodies, and they go from planet to planet healing the trauma and the human ritualistic abuse that's been done from planet to planet, that because this is part of different ET religions, to traumatize the beings, to release the blood upon the earth, because they get gifts in return. They have gods that will appear, lowercase g gods, that will appear from these portals and say, we accept this human sacrifice. We'll give you longevity. We'll make you famous. We'll make you impervious to your enemies' attacks. And it's real shit. But it literally requires human sacrifice, and it's some dark ass shit you got to do. It's like a binding of your soul contract. And like a lot of these celebrities, they have the same Luciferian contracts, the ones that are the same part of Monarch and doing the same rituals that were done on us as kids in the damn dumbs. So I'm here to release and heal all that shit. And I'm building my army of light. And when I say the whole light army of good versus evil, not Drago's army. I'm converting the draconians that's been hurting us in hypnosis sessions. I show them, I bring them into the body. When I do a hypnosis session, I speak to them. In the beginning, they're kind of cocky. You know, you talk to a draconian, they're technically above us in hierarchy, all kinds of things. But when a lot of these, I show them that they're a slave. These memories were taken from even the draconians. I give them their memories in the moment when they're embodied in the human body, in my client's body, and I offer to allow them to go back to source so they can go to the higher levels, because they're trapped, because they're service to self. And you can't go to the higher frequencies if you are service to self. It's not possible. So there's draconians that are also good, that's fighting the bad draconians. And I'm here to wake up as many draconians as I can, and it's making me famous within the draconis race. And they're starting to come in all my hypnosis sessions. I have draconian royals showing up constantly. And I'm always talking to command level draconians in a lot of these sessions. I do not talk to low ranking draconians. And when they try, I let them know that they do not have the rank to even have a conversation with me. Do not dishonor me. Do not disrespect me. If you are above me in rank, you tell me. Do not mislead me in any way, because there will be punishment. I will promise I will come to you through all time and space, and I will find you, and I'll make an example out of you. And the ones that try to assert that they're higher in rank than a level 6, level 7 general like I am with the draconians, I let them know that I outrank even the draconians, because I'm a Siakar by birth. My root energy is a primordial black void dragon that exists before the matrix, before the hologram, before the illusion, even outside the light body. And I let them know that I'm a fucking Siakar dragon, and they are below me in rank according to hierarchy of creation. And draconians are a hybrid mix between Siakar dragons and humanoids. So they're below me in rank, hierarchy, and respect. So I even let the elites know that I'm above them. So when they come in my sessions fucking with me, I battle them live on their recordings, and I fuck them up. And I've built such a name with the Draconians that now they're curious. They want to see this Alpha Draconian general fight their own and allow to see how I navigate through everything just effortlessly, to the point where I now carry a selenite Aztec dagger to my sessions.
Whoa.
And I have something what's known as the box. That's what my Draconian general has. It's this tesseract. It's literally a box. It's a pocket dimension. And any being that fucks with me, I will create a portal during these hypnosis sessions, and I'll put him in my box. And what this is, it's a tesseract. It's a pocket dimension, and it mirrors all the pain and trauma you have ever done on all beings back upon you. And worse, I strip you of power. I strip your authority. I strip your codes. You're stuck in a loop for as long as I want. And usually the only time you ever come out, and keep in mind, I metaphorically keep this behind my Draconian desk where my seed has my tail cut out. And it's there as an example to show beings what happens when you fuck with someone high level like me. I make an example out of people, even other beings. Now, the ones that want to fight me in the sessions, they see it does not go well for them. No matter who you are, no matter what pedigree you is, because I will always overpower you almost every time. I've only come across one single being ever out of over 1,000 sessions that I could not force into the client's body. And that being is a mantid, a very high evolved mantid, and it even rejected. I don't know how it did it, because I can pull almost any ET body into a human body, any handler. Imagine I'll let you talk in a second.
No.
The government oracles, like we have something known as oracles in the programs. These are humans that are in the deep underground military bases or at black sites, and they're issued to us as handlers. They will start remote viewing my hypnosis session while I'm doing it. I start sensing that. The moment I start sensing it, I force them into the client's body to speak, and they have to have a conversation with me. The ones that start, they don't answer me. I let them know who I am galactically. I let them know what my rank is in the SSP. And I let them know that they are under my command. I don't care who your commander is, whatever low rank they are compared to me, you will respond to my commands. And if you piss me off, I will hurt you. Because you're hurting me, you're hurting my client. You're preventing them from getting their memories, acting as a gatekeeper. I don't fuck around with that shit. When those people start popping in, you'll see them like an eyeball appear and stuff. And I am known for this. I will take this Furba, and I will send this like Yondu does in Guardians of the Galaxy. I will send this astrally to your third eye, and it'll punch you over and over until your third eye is destroyed. So these oracles that have been messing with me in the government, I've got so known by them that now they're starting to follow me on Facebook.
Wow.
After I have sessions with them. And I'm going to be releasing a lot of this to the public on my YouTube, and it's going to freaking blow people away, man.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, dude, I just wanted to tell you real quick. I had a session the other day. Like I've done, my friend Maya, you might have met her. She was at the conference the first year, the Full Disclosure Conference. And we were going to do a session. We were going to do the Bennington Triangle. I'll just tell you real quick. And keep in mind, I've done like 12 or 13 regressions before. I've done a lot. I've never had this happen to me before.
QHHT specifically?
It's BQH. So it's like beyond quantum hypnosis, so, because it's over the internet. But so what happened was, we went, she has a process of doing it. And again, I would recommend my friend Maya to anybody. I think she's great. You know what I mean? I don't think this is.
What's her last name?
Maya Rosso. Her SOSQHT is her website. But what happened was when I went to wherever I was going, I ended up at this place. I don't think it was it was supposed to be the Bennington Triangle, which is kind of like the Bridgewater Triangle. It's in Vermont. There's been missing people there, but what I saw was unlike anything I'd ever seen before in my life, dude. I saw underground human trafficking networks, satanic rituals, all this stuff I was seeing in my head, all this horrible, wretched stuff. And then I saw they had astral guards on the place. We were doing it live. I stopped the live and I was I don't want to do this anymore. I was not prepared for that. You know what I mean?
And these types of handlers are showing up in a lot of people's lives, and no one's even seeing them. They're not seeing it's not just tie wrap. It's literally, you've got to a certain size of your reach in this timeline where other powerful people are curious and they're remote viewing your life at all times.
Wow.
Like, I don't find many times in my life where there's not 50 beings or more remote viewing me at all times.
Yeah.
And there's consequences to it too.
Yeah. Like,
I'm
what
not
do you
gonna
think?
go into.
Do you think I just went to a place that was like, I don't know. Why do you think I went to that place? Or like, what do you, or is it just maybe like
I
that's where my
believe
mind?
that was set up for you to see. Whatever came to you, it was set up for you and yourself. It could be that it's activating subconscious memories, but there might be some kind of alignment there. It could be a star system trying to communicate you in a certain way archetypally. And then it comes in a subconscious way where you don't understand it, but nothing is random, ever. This is a holographic video game. Every person, every situation you come across is either predestined or you agreed for that to happen in the astral realm when you were asleep, and then suddenly you meet each other in the video game, The Matrix, the hologram.
Yeah. Yeah. And then going back to your trip, like I was gonna ask you, like I know this from the Full Disclosure Now conference and like past podcasts we've done, like usually I know you'll travel to somewhere, like you'll go to a conference and then you like set up hypnosis sessions. Like you're usually busy the whole time. Did you put more time aside to like like see Ireland and stuff, or did you like do a lot of sessions while you were there as well?
It was one full day of travel. One full day for her session. I always give my client a full day if they're going to fly me out no matter what, and we'll do whatever they want for that day. And they get all my good stuff. They get dowsing rod sessions. They get my psychic stuff, because I don't talk about a lot of my psychic stuff. And a lot of my clients that do my consults, maybe we'll talk about consults later. I don't know many clients that I've not blown away because I was psychically sensing a lot of the stuff that was happening to them, and it's 100% accurate for a lot of this stuff. And I didn't talk about the psychic stuff for the longest time because I didn't want to come off as too woo-woo, but like when you're augmented and hybrided, like people like me into the programs, man, we're pretty damn psychic. You know, it's just, I didn't want to be thrown in that box, but I'm stepping back into that power now. It even says right here, psychic readings available. I've always thrown that in.
That's cool.
But my consults, you get my psychic readings. You get access to a lot of the stuff I also do, like advanced dowsing. A lot of people, they don't know what dowsing. It's copper rods. They have a connection to my Lyran higher self from this universe, because from this universe, I started in Lyra. Before this, I was Andromedan. But according to this time and space in this universal history, Lyran origin from the beginning, and I was there at the top. We talked about that in the past with Yemi Janae's hypnosis session I did on her at my house, on my own couch. And we found out that she was the queen of Lyra when the Draconians invaded. Whoa. And I was the hand of the king and queen. I was her closest advisor. And I had to give up my life in that moment because they were there to take my Va Tarnak crystal array. Va Tarnak is one of my names, one of my soul names. And one of my draconian names was Va Tarnak Zol. And I haven't released its main name yet. I'm waiting to see what other draconians remember me before I make that known. But it's a very high-ranking role. I was a known hybrid. And it was obvious when you saw me that I was a hybrid, and it was very, very intimidating.
So. Yeah, so you have you're a draconian hybrid. You're saying, you think, or
I have a lifetime as a high-ranking draconian general, and that was a result of them invading Lyra. On the way out, when I had to sacrifice my crystal array, because remember, my root energy is primordial void black dragon. There's only 13 in existence. Not on Earth, not in this universe. 13 that exist, period. Wow. Amir Jahangiri is one. Irene is one. She's the one that threw on the Super Soldier Conference in Hawaii. She's one of the original 13 dragons as well. Each dragon has its own skill and abilities, and we've been personified in Tibetan literature. And Amir Jahangiri, he's the Vajrakilaya. He's personified having multiple arms, multiple weapons. The more arms you're personified with, that means you have reaches in all kinds of frequencies in time and space. You are a master of this weapon. You are a master of intellectual ability. You're a master of opening the third eye. You are a master. You might have an animal in your hand. You've mastered nature and the ability to speak to animals or hybridize them. So the more arms you see in mostly the Tibetan and Eastern religions, it's showing that you're more powerful, more capable than a 2-armed human. That's all it means. It doesn't mean you just have 12 arms. What were we talking about before that? My damn dyslexia and TBI, I always lose my train of thought within usually a couple of minutes of talking. It's like I'm a gnat. It's just like, what was I saying?
We were kind of getting into like a little bit of everything, but like we were kind of starting to focus on like you started dowsing and you started more like the psychic stuff. Like that I find that interesting.
You asked
like,
about the draconian life.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
In the life as a Lyran, I was a white lion Lyran. And in Drago's physical body, if you could scan me, Akashic record or remote view, I have a white lion Lyran heart with a draconian energy overlay for dominance, for combat, for psionic dominance. So me in combat, I'm bringing the draconian strengths. While I'm in combat, I'm keeping the heart of the lion, the good. So I don't cross the line when I don't have to. I cherish life. I would rather take my enemy in a hypnosis session, and I'm known to release the trauma of draconians while they're embodied in my client. I will release their trauma and pain that they feel. I do that for the Greys too. I did that to Kat Ra, Arkeem Ra's girlfriend. Yeah. Some Greys came in. I've talked about this in your show before. A being named Mother came in, 8 to 9 feet tall. And she had a protege that used the name Leroy. I thought that was funny, but he prefers Leroy. And Mother was at her late stage of death, and she was teaching her knowledge of everything she's ever learned to Leroy, her protege, which was only about 4 foot tall. Interesting. When I was talking, you were counter blinking with both eyes. It was almost like you were downloading it. I can see in slow motion, and I was seeing your eyes. They weren't blinking at the same rate. They were blinking like this. And that was almost like I've never seen that before with you. It's a form of entrainment. So anyways, Mother, I asked her if do the Greys have this kind of collective trauma, which I knew the answer was yes, but I offered to heal her trauma. And when I offered this, her response freaked me out. And she said that no human has ever offered this. And I'm like, no human's ever offered to heal you before? I'm like, that sucks. And she says, no human has ever offered to heal a single Grey. Ever.
Yeah.
Which was hard for me to believe. And you have to understand the Greys have a hive mind. So you talk to one Grey, you're talking to the entire race. So if she asks a question to her entire species, the whole species hears that thought, that request at the same time. That's what a hive mind is. And I offered to release her trauma through Kat, and the sound that came out of Mother's mouth, it was like ghoulish, like I've never heard it before, but I realized like, holy shit, that's the sound of a collective trauma of an abused race that's only known pain and slavery since it was taken over by the AI and Draconians itself. Because the Draconians took over the Greys and made them their little bitch. And they've been slaves since. That's why the military uses them in abduction programs, technology programs. I'm even part of Project Serpo, which means I've been to Zeta Reticula 1 and 2, A and B. And it was part of a technological exchange and me learning their ways. I know I don't like their food. It tastes like paper. You know, it freaking sucks. They don't understand our food. They don't have the taste buds to understand our food. It's too complex, and their body will short circuit if they try certain foods. It's funny to watch them. It's like, it's comical. So it's like fun energy you feel out of a Grey in a moment of humor, but normally they're just completely just like, they don't even blink. Like the black lens you see over them, that's not even their real eye. It's a UV filter. It blocks a lot of the sunlight because their eyes are more of a pinkish color. and they have pupils. You can look into their eyes, and that lens cover makes them look more eerie. So if you can ever see one, ask them to remove their lens to look into the true eye of a gray. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But really quick, the draconian stuff, let me finish the story because I have my damn dyslexia. Yeah. I apologize to the audience and you. In that life, I allowed Yimmy and the royal family to get away, and I could save as many people as I can. So I decided to blow up my own crystal array, and I had to sacrifice my own life. And I told Yimmy on the way out, I will incarnate and get past their psionic sniffers and their oracles, because I'll use my dragon level command codes to... I basically contain the backdoor codes of a lot of these creations, because that's what the primordial dragon does. When Source wants to create something, he will have the primordial dragons. We're known as the architects. We help co-create these worlds for Source. So a lot of the creations come from our own minds. It's not just Source making all these creations, all these universes. When Source was created, it created a hierarchy. Source needed help. It shows in the movie Tron Legacy. Flynn goes into the digital world. He realizes he can't create everything himself. He makes a copy of himself, and it calls itself Clue. Clue then turns on him while also co-creating all these other universes, right? So that's what happened. And I had to die in that life, and I told Yimmy, I will incarnate at the highest level. I will learn their ways. I will learn their most valuable outposts. I will learn their mentality, their psychology, why they do what they do. I will bring this back to the Lyrans, and we will defeat them. I ended up getting caught in the end. I had a very long life. I did a lot of stuff, and I became very infamous. When I come up with my true name with the Draconians, it can send a shiver down people's, just their body, because in that life, I had to be extremely brutal. I could not show mercy. I had to get past their oracles. So I was known to set examples, and I won a lot of wars for the damn Draconians. But you're doing that double blinking thing again. I find it very fascinating.
I want to explain to you what that is. That's not anything weird. Like what that is, what's going on is like during these podcasts, I get like attacked a lot. Like it's not an attack like where it's like a ghost or demons attack me. It feels like someone's trying to put energy on me. So like I've learned how to move the energy, and for me to work to move the energy, like I can't just like sit here regularly. Like I'll get into like a state where I'll start like blinking, because like I'm actually focusing on moving the energy that's on my head or on the side. You know what I mean?
It's interesting. It's interesting because it affects your electrical system, and it's fascinating. It's an interesting protection protocol that you put up, because like you're right, you do so many podcasts, man. You never move from that room really ever unless you're doing a conference. So I can imagine the level of shit hitting you at all times, and any remote viewer can see it. It's obvious. Like they hit me, they try to hit me, man. So bless you for everything you've done and everyone you've interviewed, because a lot of people you interviewed are dead. That's how important they were, and that's how important you are. So just know that, man. I know a lot of people don't give you that credit, that kind of pedigree, but like you deserve it, man. Like you've brought out a lot of whistleblowers that ended up being killed for these beliefs and their testimony and stuff, and this is a real phenomenon, man.
I agree, man. There's a lot of crazy shit going on right now too. You know, it's like, you know, like people are ending up dead, scientists are ending up missing, all kinds of weird shit's happening, you know? It's bizarre. It really is. Like they're
escalating the timeline. They're seeing that people are starting to resist, they're starting to fight back. They're now rising in the hundreds of millions around the world in their own respective countries. People are doing large demonstrations that are now toppling local jurisdictions, entire jurisdictions. And now they're having to be forced to submit. This flock camera Palantir surveillance shit, dude. I'm in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Guess where Palantir's headquarters is in the United States?
Is it in Tampa?
Fucking Tampa, Florida.
Holy shit, man.
Right by my tattoo shop. Not very far away. And that is an archetype for a 15-minute city that Bill Gates invested in. Blackstone, BlackRock, Vanguard. They invested in building this, one of the most advanced 15-minute cities on the East Coast, and it'll be in Tampa. Tampa is growing at a rate. It's scary, man. So much money is coming in from investors in this plan that Tampa it'll become, I believe, eventually like the Singapore, where a lot of people, if you've never been to Singapore is amazing. They have some of the most advanced buildings on the planet, and they design their buildings like art, man. I'm telling you, some of the most richest people live out of Singapore or run their money through there to hide their money and wash their money. So like that's what Tampa's becoming, and we have to fight these flock cameras, man. We have to fight these data centers. And one thing I wanted to talk about, man, all you Floridians, you need to go vote for James Fishback. This guy is going to make flock cameras illegal. He's going to make the country, you know, it's illegal now in Florida to talk about one specific country that's involved in war right now. Let's not name it. I'm not trying to go there. It's illegal to say anything negative about them on any social media now. It's now an arrestable offense in the state of Florida.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
No freedom of speech. It violates the Bill of Rights, First Amendment. It's like the second, shall not be abridged. There is no reinterpretation of the Bill of Rights. Like by the time we started the United States in 1776, there was so much corruption at the highest level that within 17 years, we had to amend the Constitution and create the Bill of Rights because people were not having freedom of speech. They were having their weapons confiscated. So the first one says full freedom of speech, no limitations, right? It literally says that if you actually read what the articles are. Wow. Second one was to provide citizens a way if the government tries to usurp or become a totalitarian government. It is our right by law, according to the Second Amendment, to take our power back, backed up by the Second Amendment. The problem is Americans were the final stand. Americans, we have been bred. You know, I was basically born with a 13-inch Bowie knife when I was born in Texas because I'm Texan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Second Amendment, the First Amendment, that is ingrained in our American values, our traditions.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
The fact that we're letting pedophiles, we're letting elites, we're letting Satanists, Luciferians, draconian-led people to make all these draconian laws, and that's where the word draconian law comes from when they say that law is draconian.
Yeah.
Where do you think the law came from? They're literally telling you the ET species where it came from. So if we allow this invasion to keep happening, if America falls, the fucking world falls. Most countries around the world see America as this top-down police force, and America is undefeatable.
Yeah.
If this stuff keeps happening, if the data centers keep spreading, James Fishback's going to make the data centers illegal in Florida. Because since they started installing data centers, all of our water's disappearing. My lake out back has dropped almost 5 feet. That's going to start killing fish.
What's so crazy is like these people are supposed to be like these people are supposed to be like billionaires, right? Like the people who control this and they're building these data centers, like they're fucking idiots, man. Because think about it this way, like just like you said, your lake dropped 5 feet. They don't think about this stuff when they put these in. They think, oh, it's a data center. They don't think about the people that are in their house that are living by a data center and they get brown muddy water, you know, and they're pissed because they're like,
and it's happening everywhere.
It's fucked up. It's like,
did you know that they have a deal with all the jurisdictions and all these counties that they're not allowed to be charged a single dollar for all the free water they're taking from our aquifers, from Texas aquifers, California aquifers, all the states in the United States. They're taking our water from under our lakes. And some of these data centers are sucking 60 million gallons of water per fucking day. 60 million gallons, and they don't have to pay $1 or a single tax for stealing our water. So I'm seeing the Rio Grande River in Mexico and Texas just dried up for the first time in history.
Wow.
All these data centers, they're sucking all our water. And think about this, man, in the movie The Matrix. How was the top of the earth depicted after the AI and the machines took over? The water was gone. There was no water left on the surface of the earth. There were no trees left. They're coming in, constant deforestation, all corporatocracy. They're taking all of our land. And if they want it, they'll do like they do in California. They'll set a wildfire. They'll burn everything down with directed energy weapons under cover of a wildfire starting. You started seeing only houses burned. You've talked about that thousands of times, about how they only burn the houses and none of the trees burn down. And then they come in with eminent domain and they take everything. Even if you own the land, at that point, they'll just steal your land and you can't do nothing about it. So this is the plan. If Americans don't rise up and take our power back, I will not say how to do that. If we don't step back and take our power back, we can only accept a full government resignation. The ones that are on record, the ones with meritocracy where they've done good, they've had merit, they've done all these good things on record, those people should be able to stay. And they should be able there to form the new republic government. We haven't been a republic since the Act of 1871. We've been a corporate. We're all employees of a corporation, and every corporation has a president. The republic, the Bill of Rights and the Constitution says we should have a republican form of law. That's where it came from. Democracy came from France. We have a French judicial system in America that was not here until 1781, right? How does that make sense? And according to French democracy, you're guilty until proven innocent. Just like us. We have to prove we're innocent, right? So that's it, man. If you don't go to these council meetings, if you don't fight flock camera, if you don't fight these data centers, man, you're the freaking problem. You know, this is the time in history we're all being recorded in the Akashic record. What are you willing to do to make a difference? You know what I'm willing to do? I wear Vader sunglasses. See this? Go to Vader.com. Use my promo code Drago5, DRAGO and the number 5. Save some money. These block all the flock cameras. When you're in these traffic lights, when you're going through these surveillance systems that the government's using, they're seeing right through your sunglasses, even the darkest ones, as if you're not wearing sunglasses, because infrared that's used in all those video cameras, they see right through your sunglasses as if you're not wearing sunglasses at all. These greens lens technology blocks 100% of all of it, and it'll show a solid black.
Wow.
These shades are like, they price these shades so low at $90. So everybody can start fighting the system. And people aren't getting identified when they're going to these flock cameras. I'm not going to say what they're doing, but they're not getting ID with the biometrics because it's solid black. So everybody needs to invest in these Vader.com, Drago5 to save some money. Get them, dude. I think they're like $90 plus tax. Liberate yourself with that brand, and do not these 15-minute cities and these data centers. They're reverse engineering everything about our life. They're finding your wants, your needs, desires. They're using the government files, and they're tailoring your incarnation from a corporate point of view, creating a chain of custody of everything you're into and keeping you programmed. So you have to disappear from their surveillance. If you're not, man, you have no idea what's coming. They want to do the whole Chinese social credit score system, bring that to the United States, and BlackRock's bringing that. Larry Fink talks about it. He's the CEO of BlackRock, and they said, we're bringing that here. So just, guys, if we don't fight this now, man, the United States is done. We're fucking done.
Yeah.
We lose. Everybody loses. This timeline is done. Take your power back.
We have to find a way, you know, we really do. It's really the scariest time on earth. Like and what's crazy is it can be the best time on earth too, you know. But what they really did, what was really sneaky about these data centers is like, they just started putting them up all over the place and not asking anyone's permission at all. Like not even getting anybody's 2 fucking cents if they even cared. Like it was like, for example, like I found out that they're putting up a data center in my town, and they're putting up a data center in the town next door that I grew up in. Like, no, didn't even ask our permission. Just like, you know, they just figure they're just gonna do
They
it.
don't need to. So what they're doing is they're going to all the city councils. They're giving them large donations, and their own people selling their own people out. And I'm seeing this. I'm watching a lot of data center city council meetings, and what's happening is people will be out the door, standing room only. And they're all fighting. We're not going to accept this in our town. The damn city council passes unanimously. They're going to accept it anyways. So what's happening to a lot of these people is we're now voting them out of city council. We're now doxing these people. All these people making money to sell out Americans and sell out Floridians, you're going to be done in the end, man. You want to be famous, we're going to make you famous. I challenge all hackers around the world listening to this. Start doxing these people. Start putting these people on the internet. Put out their damn addresses. People can legally search that out. You know what I'm saying? We have to out these elites that's being paid off to take our rights away, and it violates our Constitution and Bill of Rights. When we're a republic, man, when we were before Act of 1871, when we were a republic, anybody in Congress, if they didn't do their job, we can remove them and replace them with someone better without cause. If just like in the old the movie 300 or all these gladiator movies, that's what a republic was. If someone became a tyrant, the people can vote and remove them without having like you go gather, you remove them from office. We no longer have that right because we became a corporate democracy. Well, what has democracy ever helped? America has brought democracy to how many countries around the world? How many countries survived democracy once we installed democracy? Not many. Democracy needs to die. We need to become a republic again where accountability is finally held, where you don't have lifetimes appointments to Congress, or you could be an 8-year senator guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the time. We have to enforce this, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. We kind of got off track with our but like
I'm feeling fiery today. I don't know why, man. I'm usually not fiery like this, but like all of it's compiling and I'm seeing the whole world being taken over, especially in the United States. I watch constant invasion videos of them just invading our country and every country around the world. They just had like 50,000 African migrants invade Spain this morning.
I saw that. I saw that like the army was deployed, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, and they're fighting the entire military. You can see that these are all military age males. I didn't really see any females. It was like 50,000 males, man. No children.
How did 50,000 males get into Spain though? Like
you're right. That was orchestrated by some kind of brokerage company that probably was founded by BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. I bet if you trace the money, you trace the boats, you trace through satellite reverse engineering where they came from, you can trace the text messages, the plan they put together to put 50,000 people together. There's nothing but receipts. Let's start having these hackers reverse engineer these receipts, just like Google does, just like the government does. Let's use our own system against them for once.
I just got a notification that on my I don't want let me just read you this. Someone just put out a video. They said that country in the Middle East that we can't really talk about. They said they flooded Spain with the migrants. Like that's I'm not
guess saying who owns. Did you know the entire board of BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, mostly BlackRock, is owned by that country? Every single board member.
Wow. And you know what makes things more interesting? Like I follow geopolitics a little bit. Like sometimes it gets me upset because I just get so pissed about what's going on. But like then I saw Ukraine fired shots at Iran the other day, and I was like, what? I guess Iran has a connection to that country.
They're also funding Ukraine.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Why do you think we were sending all those billions of dollars to Ukraine? They are funding it through our country. They run our Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Yeah.
Check it out. I can't even say that. It's too incriminating. And it'll name the country. I hate not being able to speak the truth without fear of retaliation, because this is a country you do not mess with. I promise you do not want to mess with them. I'm gonna zip in my mouth, man.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But
maybe we should eventually start taking some questions and like lower the intensity down of what this 50,000 migrant invasion that pissed me off, and Spain is allowing it. They allowed it from the highest levels. You don't think Spain runs satellite feeds and they can't see invasions coming like that? That's what their military is for, man. They knew it was coming. So we need to figure out who allowed it even at Spain at the highest level, because that's all coordinated. Their Navy would know that was already coming.
Yeah.
They're coming from Africa, man. our governments, our military knows, they identify that stuff. Like if Trump can locate a single narco boat coming with all the cocaine and we can blow all of them up, 100% of them. You
Yeah.
don't think they know that this is being orchestrated, man? You know, that's what's frustrating. It pisses me off that the SSP is not getting together and preventing this from happening. It's just like, even the SSP at the higher levels is approving this happening, man, and it's very irritating. Because if I could bring my fleet down, man, I would take out some very high players, and I would take them out at the exact same time. I would cut off the second head snake, the third head snake, the fourth head snake, all at once. Simultaneous attacks, take everybody out, or put them in black sites that they will never, ever escape from ever again. I will take out their logistics, their refineries. I'm not going to name it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could do that, man, I would be doing it, because what I'm seeing happen on this planet, it's abhorrent. Maybe people need to keep having all this terror happen before they decide that they're going to do something about it, man, because like that's
it's like, oh, sorry. I mean, it's like what happened in Ireland, like where, like, you know, it took like, you know, some lady's head getting cut off in the middle of the street and for the Irish people to revolt, you know, because then they couldn't take it anymore. They were like, we're sick of this immigrant problem, you know, and let's be honest, like it's weaponized immigration. Like I'm not like racist towards any group or anything like that, but it's weaponized immigration. They're doing this on
100%.
purpose to get people to hate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They know how to push people's buttons. They know how to play people against each other. You know,
well, I mean, this has been part of the plan. It was I almost named the group. Damn. I'm like, filter, shut the fuck up. There's a group that's famous in the late 1800s where they named how they was going to invade the planet. They said that what we're going to do is we're going to have a war with the Muslims. We're going to allow the Muslims to take over every part of the planet. We're going to have them spread to take out all the Christians and all the other opposing religions. And after we spread them and we will fund them, we will put our enemy in all these countries. We will open the borders. We will pay off the politicians. They've even admitted that they do that. They even admitted they own Congress. They admitted they own Congress. They admitted they own Congress. And what they would said in the late 1800s was, we're going to allow them to spread everywhere. We're going to allow the Muslims to bring Sharia law to a lot of these countries. We're going to allow rape. We're going to allow pillaging. And after they destroy our main enemy, we will then wipe out the Muslims. We will have the earth to ourselves. That's the plan. Wow. That's why it's happening. From the Bank of International Settlements and the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, down. And the Anunnaki are controlling it.
And yeah, I agree. They it seems like they are, right?
Let's call them the Anunnaki. They are the Anunnaki, the literal descendants of the Anunnaki.
Yeah. It's it's crazy because we're just all watching it happen. Like, so you're right. Like, but you know, it's like Miles says, you know, Miles Johnson always says something really smart. He says, we got to figure something out, but he says, we can't talk about it on the internet. Right. It's like,
you can never make a plan. It needs to be a 100th monkey effect where enough of us do it behind the scenes that everyone gets the collective idea all at once to do it together.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it going to take? More government overreach where people are starting to get killed in the streets and cops are getting away with removing people from city council meetings by force, which you can't be trespassed from public property. You have to literally hurt someone in order to be trespassed from a public building like a courtroom or a county clerk's office. You know, they can't legally remove you if you don't actually do anything. And what they're doing it all around the United States. People are trying to do record requests. People are trying to see into the truth, and it's blocked from the highest level. We have no freedom of speech. They say we can't even record at the county clerk's office, which legally we can by law. We can record in any public building. And they say we can't even record during court, which actually violates the First Amendment because it protects us with recording at all times. And there is no constitution-free zones. If there is, that's called non-United States. So people need to understand that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, wait, before we take a couple questions, we can take audience questions too. Did you want to talk about the dowsing and the psychic readings you're going to be doing in the consultations? I know you kind of wanted to touch on that.
Okay, so what I do is advanced dowsing. It's very high paced. You give me a theme to go with. If you want to know you're in the programs, I'm gonna pretend I have you across me. You're sitting right across me, or we're doing this Zoom. I'm gonna be holding my rods. Is Rob in the secret space program? Remember, if the rods face outward, it means no. If they face inwards, it means yes. If it faces towards my throat, that means fuck yes. So that's the difference. If it faces where one rod's forward, one rod sideways, that means yes and no, but it's technical.
Yeah.
So I would have someone like you come to me. Is Rob in the secret space program? Yes. Is he in Nachtwaffen? Yes. Is he in other factions? Yes. Did he go through trauma-based mind control? Yes. I'm not using and saying this is you for real. Even though I know the answers, maybe I should change the context. Just use somebody else, because I'm telling you the truth. I don't need rods for that, bro. A random person. Am I in the secret space program? Yes. Was she abducted before age 5, before her alleged memories? Yes. Was this before birth? Yes. Did she have a contract for abduction? You know, I'm just going to say yes or no. I'm just going to just ask the questions. Did she have a contract for abduction? Was it the military or the ETs that abducted her? Did she make an agreement pre-incarnation to be in this at that time? Did they hybridize her in vitro? Did they hybridize her after abduction? Does she have screen memories of the abduction? Are there handlers in her life? If so, is this person a handler? Is this person a handler? Yes. Does she have beta programming? Does she have delta programming? Does she have these levels of programming? Is she in time travel operations? Has she interacted with me? Do we know each other? Like, I ask it just boom, 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 very fast. And I charge $150 an hour. I can get you so many answers in 1 hour, dude. It's by the time you're done, your head's spinning. Sometimes my clients don't even know what to say, because a lot of the stuff I confirmed, they knew it deep down. They were told by other psychics, and it just happens to be yes. It could be overwhelming to people. But I'm also mixing my psychic stuff with the dowsing rod. So a lot of the stuff that I ask, a lot of times I'm already seeing in the client, and I can see it. I can see it while operating in this reality, but there's like this other display that I'm seeing it actually happen. I'm like, this is true. So I start going down the rabbit hole. My brain operates really fucking fast. And it has to do with my programming with combat, and you have to be able to see in slow motion in time, and you have to make decisions really fast. So I can process stuff like just over and over, and that's how the questions come in. So I don't need to write any of these questions down. I'll just do the average checklist. Drago, I'm trying to see, am I in the programs? So I'm going to start going down my checklist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of the questions I ask my client, a lot of them, yes. You know, did you have a religious upbringing? Did you have someone in the military? Do you wake up with marks on your body out of nowhere with no context? Do you have missing time? Do you have alters? Just one after another. And it's pretty awesome, man.
Oh, I got a good question for you too. We can kind of tie this into everything we're talking about. Like, how do you think disclosure ties into if to all the world events, if it does? And do you feel like the ETs will step up and actually do something, or do you feel like they're just going to do like they've always done? I mean, I'm not giving the ETs a hard time. I'm just saying, like, I feel like, yeah, it's like, okay, so you feel me then. Like, I was going to say, like, why is it all this time, like, they let the negative ETs abduct people and do all this crazy shit, and reptilians do, like, run a mock on their planet, but then, like, the good ones are just like, they're like, oh, we can't interfere. It's like,
so I'm talking about even the good SSP, they're not doing nothing. They're allowing this shit to happen. You know why? Because the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, the ICC, they're also known as Planetary Corp. They run almost all the corporations on the planet. They own all the investment firms. It's their banks. And this is a very small group of people that run the board for the Planetary Corporation, and they will not allow it to happen. So it's not as simple as taking out the local stuff. You've got to take out the board of the Planetary Corporation, because they're overseeing all the planets, all these systems. They have their reach everywhere. So the problem is there's a lot of people. You have to realize there's time travel involving this, right? So even if we attempt to take them out, they have technology in place that will go back in time, preventing us from doing it. It's like they go back further in time, they take us out, then we see where we're taken out, so we went back in time to prevent them doing it before they took us out. It's kind of like Arkeem and I, we talk about these operations where we get killed in a timeline, And then we become aware of that. And then we go back in time right before I'm popped in the back of the head, and I open a portal, I pop them in the back of the head, and I exit through a portal. Sometimes it happens so fast you can come down for a portal from above. You can tell where the portal's going to be, like even like being like a jumper. So you can come through a portal and fall down, and on the way down you can pop them, and as you're free falling you can open up another portal and you just fall in the portal.
Wow.
So there's all kinds of ways, but this is what this is. It's time wars. Every time we go back and fix something and make it better, they go back in time, and it's a time war, man. So it's not even as simple as taking out planetary corporation, and that filters all the way down to the planets, to the corporations. Like, this is why we have Pepsi in space. This is why we have Coke in space. This is why we have Hershey's bars in space, Mars bars, which comes from Mars specifically. They brought it to Earth. Freaking Mars bars was created on Mars. So I always find that was always cool. That little inner knowledge we always knew.
So can the regressive ET races regenerate like SSP people can, or do like if you take them out, are they basically done?
I mean, it depends what kind of being you are. Some beings have self-regeneration, but most of them don't. So they have their own technology. They have the same frequency stuff we use to heal us, they use themselves. And most healing that is used on ship or on anywhere that we're using these technologies, it's all frequency and sound-based, light-based. We use frequency, light, and sound to heal almost everything, because remember, this is a holographic reality. So what these technologies do, they'll take like Rob. Let's say your left leg got blown off in combat. Your leg is still there in the astral realm. It's still there in the programming codes, but new code was injected that showed you have no leg, but it's there. That's why we have phantom the limb syndrome. We can feel ourselves, kick the leg, even though there's no leg there. It makes no sense because energetically it's still there. So what the technology does, it scans your original hologram code of perfect health, and it just basically reinstalls your holographic your codes, and it rebuilds your leg. It's pretty awesome.
That is. That's like next level. I mean, that's like, holy shit. Like,
a lot of the healing I do on clients, I do it holographically. I'll make a copy of their body, pull it to the side, heal it holographically, insert that code into it, do a software update.
Wow.
Now, because I said that does not mean practitioners can do that. I can only do that because of my Black Void Dragon root origin. I have the programming codes. So if you try to copy it, good luck.
Yeah.
You have to be an architect of some kind to be able to do something like that, but you have to know you can do it.
Yeah. And you said you're mixing your psychic stuff as well. So you're going to use I think you said you're using Julia's cards or
I got her cards literally today. I got her breakaway deck. So I was thinking maybe we can do a couple of card pulls, and I'll do my first kind of card pull on your show for some guests on that's hanging out right now. So if you want to start taking questions, or if you want to start doing some stuff, I'll clear these cards right now. I just pulled them out of the deck. I have my stuff to clear them with. I'm ready to do it. So you let me know if you want to start doing that, and I'll be ready, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we actually already got one question. This is from Mike, and Mike says, "Hey Rob, ask him if I was in the SSP and what was the experience in 2006 with the portal that opened in my fried garbage friends." Maybe he says friends garbage. He means friends garbage. He says thanks.
Okay, what I will not be doing today is remote viewing specifics about people's life. I'm not here to do that. That's once I open that box, people want to use me for my time and they don't want to compensate me. It's what's happened to a lot of us. People just want free readings all the time. What I'll do is I'm going to clean these cards and I will give him what the cards say.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm here to do. So I cleanse these cards through all time and space. Any codes or intentions set within these cards during transmit from Julie Anchorhaven to me, I now neutralize that. I holographically make a copy. I set it to the side. I now delete and destroy, and I put it in the trash. And I empty that cart. I empty that trash. And the original holographic intent from Julie Anchorhaven is only received here.
This is going to be cool.
All right. So if he wants to ask a question, I will start answering it from this.
Okay. He wants to know if he's like SSP or like anything you can pick up on that, or like I guess whatever the cards say, right? Whatever's
Okay, I've already shuffled them at least 10 times before this, so I'll do another final shuffle. I'm physically doing this in front of everybody.
Her cards came out really nice too. You know,
they're way better than I thought they would be, but I expect that from Julia. She's pretty awesome.
I was on her show last night. I went on, like, you know.
He is definitely SSP, and he's suffering from mind wipes. So what he needs is a QHHT session or remote viewing done on him as a group, not just one remote viewer. Get a couple of psychics on it. Get some remote viewers. Go to Amir Jahangiri at wizardofwivenhoe.co.uk. He's one of the most powerful remote viewers I've ever met in my life, and that dude is an intergalactic fucking wizard of magic. So look into Amir. You're definitely experiencing memory loss. You're definitely in the program. So, like, welcome to the Cold Club, man. But I think you already know that.
You know what's so weird about you pulling that card for Mike, the memory loss? I think he was in the hospital, and I think he had some like memory loss problem. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like he would have to verify that. I'd like, you know, but like I maybe I don't know how much he wants to share about that, but I mean, like, yeah, wow, that's fascinating. That like it was that in tune. You know, that was yeah, that wow, that's insane. You know, or I can't remember what he was in the hospital for, but I know he was in the hospital for something. Yeah, like
let's just say that the hospital event was designed to immobilize him for something to be done, and there is memory loss involved even in the hospital.
Yeah. Wow. This is from the Andromeda, and the Andromeda says, "Can Drago tell me if I'm beyond of everything?" I don't know what that means. I mean,
what I'm getting psychically is, has she done that internal work to see that if she's able to escape these lower realities, and or maybe have you graduated from the dimensions? Because that's beyond everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's definitely went through MK Ultra. I believe that keys to her awakening to this truth are located within the memories. The same thing that I just offered the previous person. Get some regressions done. Find somebody who is good at memory retrieval. I specialize in memory retrieval specifically. There are other people. So you really just got to find them, because we're specialists in this realm. And what was the question one more time? Oh, yeah, beyond everything. So I'm going to pull just another card and see what it says.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. She's also part of the Japanese programs. And some of these connect to Arasaka, some of these connect to YNK, some of these connect to Hong Long. So she's definitely in Asian SSP. I'm not going to remote view it. I don't remote view people very often. I've given my reasons in personal emails. If I remote view you, I inadvertently create a constant connection to who you are by entering your field, and your field will send me information for the rest of your life. So I try to only use psychic stuff. I need to see you across from me. I need to be able to look into your eyes and feel your energy. So I can't do psychic stuff if I can't physically see you, and that's the only requirement.
Yeah. This is from Honeybee and Rusty. She says, most pertinent message from the cards, she says, please.
Interesting. She's had either an altar or a past life in Centurion. I was there on Centurion 5. I've been there with Arkeem Ra. I've had ex-baby mamas from Centurion 5 that's talked about right now. And that's going to be coming out publicly. So I said that on purpose, because this person that I was with in Centurion 5, she's created quite a stink online, and she's making claims. And I think even you, Rob, have interviewed her, but I'm not going to name her this time. I'm not going to bring that energy into it. But yeah, man, this is real stuff. A lot of us are uniting and activating each other's memories from the Centurion planets. Centurion 5 isn't very far. I think it's only like 5 or 6 light years away. So that's one of our SSP outposts. So you're definitely SSP as well. Definitely look into more of those memories. And if you need any more answers, you can find me at fractaloflight.com.
This question is from Black Feather in the Wind. She says, "Was I hit with a do in the conference in St. Pete?" She says.
Why don't you give me a second? I'm going to go grab my dowsing rods and I'm going to take more direct questions. So why not just show it right now? So just give me a second.
Okay. Hey guys, and if you guys want to donate, I put the links to donate. If you want to do, you can do. It's better to do PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You know, that's the best. Like you can do a super chat too, but it's better because YouTube takes 40%. So if you're gonna do it, like do PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo or something like that. Like that's a lot better, to be honest. Like, let me see here, and we'll try to get to everybody's questions. Yeah. How's everybody doing tonight?
And I do want to thank Micah Dank and his wife. They're the ones that gave me this gift. I just tattooed both of them in Tampa at my tattoo shop. And when I saw that his wife brought me these, man, I was blown away because I was about to buy some. And I programmed my rods. They're very fast paced. So... okay,
that's cool. I'm excited about it. Yeah, this is a really cool question. This is from Sovereign Cosmic Wildman. He says, "Where in the galaxy does material mirrors come from?"
Let's go back to the previous question. Was she hit with a directed energy weapon at the conference?
Oh yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Yeah.
Was this done by ETs? Fuck yes. Was this done by military personnel? Fuck yes. Were these military personnel embedded within the audience? Damn, yes. That's a hell yes. Were these military personnel embedded at the hotel directly next to us that hit us and I started bleeding through my mouth? Yes. So at that conference, they hit a lot of us at the same time. They hit Penny Bradley. They had a personal friend of mine and a bunch of other people. We were hanging out the exact same moment after hours at the conference right on the beach, the hangout area. Right by the fire pit. And out of nowhere, I started sweating balls. And it feels like my internals were being heated up and everyone around me started feeling weird. It even happened to Anthony Zender. And
wow.
Out of nowhere, I started spitting up blood. And I felt like I'm about to pass out. And everybody felt it. We're like, they just hit us with a damn deuce. So everybody acted their remote viewing and their psychic sense. And we saw that they hit us from the building to the top left. The hotel directly next to us. And it looks like what they did, it looks like the agency bought out the entire hotel for that side, and they put agency personnel in there to hit us with dues.
Dude, there was something really weird stationed like on that hotel. I know where you're talking. I know exactly where you're talking about. That was a weird hotel, like right.
And remember, the Black Hawk came to warn us. They kept doing flyovers over the beach, giving us chop, and it was pissing all of us off. So you saw me lead the whole. Fuck you. And then Susan Long's next to me. And then there was at least 30 people that standed up. We're all like, fuck you. Because they were there to interrupt us, man. They knew that they had whistleblowers there. And that was the Night Stalkers, man. I was pissed because I've served with the Night Stalkers over at US SOCOM. That's one of the bases they have me operating out of. And I knew it was my own fucking people that was sent to mess with us. And at that point, I'm like, oh, hell no. Fuck you. And they saw it. They got pretty damn close. And a lot of people recorded it and took photos of it. So I'm like, I can't believe they disrespected us like that, man. And then they hit us with freaking weapons. Like,
dude, I'll tell you what, man, though. Like, honestly, it seems like we got targeted a lot. Like, but like, besides that, like, it was a really fun conference, though. Like, you know, like, I got to give a shout out to Brian. Like, you know, I know he sunk a lot of money in that. And like, dude, I'm just saying I had a blast like both years, but like, you know, we did get targeted. We all got targeted. Like my room, I feel like someone was in my room. Like weird shit happened in my room. Like the girl who just said she got hit with dues, she was my roommate. Like her bathing suit got stolen, and like my sunglasses got broken. Like things got broken in the room. Like real weird. Like shit that didn't make any sense happen. You know what I mean? Like
so.
That's
Now
not
that
that's no reflection on Brian. That's like the shady shit that like other people were not Brian or like and
yeah,
like
so anytime a large collection of really important high value assets get together, they're going to have agency in the audience. And this is why
absolutely.
at every presentation I now do, within 5 minutes, I let them know we're watching. I start remote viewers around the world. I activate remote viewers around the world to start scanning the audience. And
Yeah.
all it takes is a simple group text. Everybody start remote viewing the people in the room. And I say, right now, there's remote viewers around the world in all time and space, remote viewing this moment. If you work for agency or 3 or 4 letter agencies, you are now being identified. We're identifying your social media accounts, and we're identifying your name and home addresses. And don't think you can hide from us. Remote viewers, we can shrink ourselves down, go in your back pocket, go into your driver's license wallet, read your name and address off your driver's license. You don't think we can do that? I can do that with hypnosis sessions. I can do that with remote viewing. Most remote viewers don't know they can do that. So that is my gift to you guys to see who's doing all these bad things. There's nothing they can hide from us forensically. Period.
I remember I tell this story all the time. I remember I just got into Florida and like we had just parked and I was going up to my room and like I hadn't seen anybody yet, and like literally like I got off the elevator and I got up at the wrong floor and I saw you and Matthew. And it's weird because like I consider you guys like really good friends. So it was like weird that like you guys were the first people I saw. That was the first year. That was 2024. Yeah, it was a fun time, man. It was
And
I
that was
mean,
an elevator full of your friends that you've interviewed on podcasts. And it was a group of all of us cool dudes. We were the rebels and the misfits and the outcasts. That's what my group is. I don't really hang out with regular people. If you're regular people, you're too damn vanilla for me. I don't mind hanging out with regular people, but like, come on, contribute to our fun, contribute to the story. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so shy. Open up. Tell us your story, Be
absolutely.
memorable.
Yeah, it was awesome. Let me see here. Let's see what other questions we have.
Okay, so that question, it is not a yes or no question, and Oracle cards can't answer that specific question. So if we're going to do rods, please keep it to a yes or no answer. If it's a general idea, SSP related, let's do an Oracle reading through the deck.
Okay. Okay. This is a weird question. I don't know what this. She says. Could you ask the cards if Silver Cleric is a bogan, please? I don't know what she means.
The cards will not answer that, but I'll answer that with my rods. Are the cards Silver Cleric? Okay, let me. Okay. Is Silver Cleric a bogan? Yes. I hope that answers the question. I don't understand the context or the connection to the cards or what Silver Cleric and a bogan is. So again, I'll ask one more time. Is Silver Cleric a bogan?
What is a bogan? I'm not sure what a bogan is. I don't
either. But that answer is a hell yes. As you can see, it's aimed at my throat, and it's not just straight sideways.
Oh.
I guess the easiest thing to do, the first word in your question, just put dowsing rod dash in the question. If it is Oracle cards, just put Oracle dash in your question. That's going to let me know either or to use.
Yeah. Well, I'm just waiting for another comment question here. I'm making sure I didn't.
And also, we can just, if you want to go through and just regular questions that I can maybe answer, we can do those too. So all the previous stuff isn't skipped as well.
Yeah. This was just a comment. This is from I can't really read this out, but I mean I'll read it in a way. It's respect to RFK Jr. I think she means RFK Jr. for fighting removing fluoride in water and then canceling the jab and now mercury. That's good. Yeah, that's
awesome. I'm definitely pro what he's doing, and he's bringing like the Maha back, make America healthy again. So that's why they're trying to get rid of like junk food being on EBT cards and like just removing the stuff that is actually making the people unhealthy and making it where by the time you're a young adult, you have extreme health problems. You're probably obese. You have heart conditions. You have slow moving blood because it's all just becoming just a slop of crap. Because you have so much acid in your diet from drinking sodas and eating non-organic things, and it's very high acidic in nature, and that's what parasites eat, is an acid-rich environment. and they eat sugar specifically. So if you want to become healthy, give up the sugar as much as you can. Keep your blood pH under above 7.2 pH, and that becomes alkaline. So drink alkaline water. Even water is acidic, so you have to watch what brands you're drinking.
Yeah. That's what makes me think that like we're being terraformed and the earth is being terraformed for some like weird alien race or something like that. So I feel like, between what's being done in the air and what's
That's what
being
they've
done
been
in the
doing.
water. Yeah, it seems like it, right? It's weird. So Melly, this is Melly next. She didn't put dowsing, or she didn't put, I guess you could answer this with dowsing. She says, "Hi Rob." She says, "Q, am I SSP?"
I'll do a rod and a card. Is Melly SSP? That's a hell yes. Has she served in numerous factions? Yes. Have I served with Melly? Yes. Is Melly in Nachtwaffen? Yes. Has Melly been in Kruger? Yes. Okay, that's some pretty cool stuff.
That is really cool. Yeah, this is. I love the rods. You know who else did
interesting.
rods? Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
This is very specific. It looks like you're possibly a combat medic in the SSP, so you help put us back together again and bring us back home. So thank you. That means a lot.
This is a really cool comment. This is really opening. This is from everyday more. I avert the mortal eyes. She says, "I'm not ready to know certain things. I'm in a fragile place spiritually since my awakening." That's pretty nice. I mean, pretty good to know that you're not ready to know certain things, and that's that. At least you know that. Like I
I'm
mean, like
seeing that she is ready, but she has programming with trauma, and that's preventing her wanting to know the truth. So just understand that the truth is who you are deep down, and this is the time for your awakening. The more you push it off, the more you force the timeline into the timeline where you never awaken. So there is a time limit. So putting off time too much will result in an unfulfilled life, and you will die with regrets, and this will carry on from lifetime to lifetime until it's healed.
this one is from Willow, and Willow says, "Should I continue with my court case?"
Should Willow continue with her court case? Yes. Has she had a lot of pushback that it has not been in her favor?
Wow.
That clearly is no. Has she been targeted in this court case? Yeah. So there is a level of targeting. You should keep going.
Wow. Let me see. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just going. Oh, this is from Nathan Wayswitch Fox. He's definitely he seems definitely involved in something. He says, "Question: Has Drago and I ever served together in the SSP, and which factions?" Maybe
Nathan, I want you to. I'm giving my rods permission to hold on to your consciousness, so I want you to ask right now through time and space, and I give my rods permission to answer you. Yes, we have served together. So my rods don't need physically to be here. I can lock onto your consciousness through other time and space. So you are confirming that Nathan and I have served together. Yeah. Is that because I remember him through his voice? Yes. That dude has a unique voice, man. Like,
yeah.
good Lord, his voice, I had to like stop the video. I'm like, and then I hit play. I'm like, holy crap, dude, that voice is so cool. He should be in movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he reminds that's crazy you said it, because he reminds me. He's come to some of our group podcasts, like when I'll do like a Halloween podcast and like a bunch of people come, like he'll come, or like or he'll come on New Year's or whatever, and like he's definitely interesting, right? Like he definitely has a voice that could be in movies. He reminds me of an actor. That's interesting. I'm trying to think of who it would be. Man, I don't that that's This one's from Missy Hill. And she says, "I would
Okay,
love
so
to."
Nathan and
Sorry.
I have served on planet operations and in breakaway civilizations, which I already knew
Wow.
that. So confirmation for both.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Like, let me see here. The next one is Missy Hill.
I would need a question to douse you.
So like, how should she like did we ever serve like something like that, like together or something like that?
Yeah, so I would need her to ask that question.
Yeah. Okay. You just re-ask your question. Here. Katie wants to ask the same question. You guys gotta
remember, guys, if you want a dowsing rod, yes or no, put the word dowsing in the word dash followed by your question. And if you want an oracle reading, write the word oracle dash and then your question. It'll help a lot.
This is Waters View. Does this he says, Rob, if I can, am I SSP in past? Does that work, or I don't know. Like
usually, does that mean the incarnation before who you are now? Because that's what past means. Because if you're SSP, you're not out of the SSP. This is a lifelong contract. There's not really a lot of examples where they let us go. So just understand, if you're SSP, you're currently in the SSP. Is Waters View in the SSP? Yes. Is he currently in the SSP? Yes. Was he in the SSP before the incarnation of now? Yes. Has he had more than a few lives in the SSP? Yes. Does this go back through different timelines? Yes. So we'll do a quick card. Interesting. So it looks like he's in Solar Warden, a single faction.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
Is he in multiple factions of the SSP? Yes.
Okay, I'm just going through these. Tamba had a question. I'm trying to find it. Because Jason said he liked the question. I don't know where. Oh, okay. This is a different kind of question. She says, any insights for the 12th August solar eclipse? Anything you pick up psychically?
Solar eclipses are always times of awakening. So I would set your intentions of what you want to achieve energetically and use those energies coming in, because those are manifesting days that the elites and Luciferians use for human sacrifice. Just like all the major holidays. We call that Death Day in the Dumbs. That's why I don't like Christmas. That's why I don't like Valentine's Day. That's why I don't like all these other holidays, because those are the times people die. But yes, something powerful is going to come in with this eclipse. I don't know what it is. I don't read the galactic universe. I don't prophesy what's coming in the future. I'll never be that kind of disclosure celebrity. I like to live in the now. So you're never going to hear me predict hardly any future events. I will say that what I'm seeing is Trump will not be president next year. He's going to be pulled. Wow. I do know that. A lot of the remote viewers are seeing that.
Really? So for real? I mean, like, that's I mean, like, holy shit, man. Like, I didn't like
what I'm possibly seeing, it might be connected to this illegal war with Iran, because it was done illegally. We should have never went to Iran. He did not have permission from Congress to do it. You need permission from Congress to go to war. Presidents don't have the unilateral permission to put us into a war without Congress voting on it. It was illegal. And they even said it was illegal. We should not be in Iran. Why are we pissing off a Muslim country that potentially hates us? You know what I'm saying? The only thing Trump did was now put us on the #1 target list of the entire planet. I'm sorry, but I am not pro this war at all.
I'm so anti-war, man. Like, like, I don't know if I ever told you this. Like, I support the military and stuff, but like, I tell people this. Like, I saw my dad was a Vietnam vet. My grandfather was a prisoner of war in World War II, and like, I saw them like really messed up from war, man. Like, I think it doesn't do anything good. And the billionaires who do fund war, it's never their sons or kids that go to war. It's like It's
Every
always people
time.
like us and our families that go to war, you know?
And our Constitution literally says that elites cannot have special privileges. Judges cannot have special privileges. Police officers cannot have special privileges. And they're being treated as this elite. And it violates our own Constitution. Like
Yeah.
we have articles that we write specifically that talk about this. There's case law. Like, you can't see it, it's out of the way, but there's 2 green books that's located right here. And that's Bouvier's 1856, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Everything up here is law books that
Wow.
the attorneys use. Black's Law, Bouvier's 1856. Bouvier's 1856 is what the Supreme Court uses to determine if something is legal or not legal, constitutional or non-constitutional. It's all from that exact books. It's like this puke green color. And we have to go back to that, man. It just goes back to that republic form of government. It's not like the Republicans, the Democrats. Did you know that when slavery came up to vote, not a single Democrat voted to free slaves? This is history. Not a single one. The Republican movement was started under the premise of abolishing slavery. It was the Republicans that made slavery illegal. And not a single Democrat voted when it was created. I'm not saying the Democrats are bad or the Republicans are bad. Both sides are bad. They're both corrupt. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But in a republic, the people have the power. In a democracy, the government has the power. What do you want? Because this whole New World Order, this totalitarianism, it's all the government has the power over the people. And if we don't follow them, they imprison us, they kill us. They take our property, they take everything from us, including our life.
It's almost like they throw it in our face and predict it. Remember Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum said you will own nothing and like it. And it's like, I'm not going to.
Why they own everything and they can have all the meat, but they make meat. Their plan is they're going to make meat illegal.
Yeah.
So everybody in the future that's going to be eating meat, you have to have lab grown meat from a single cell. It's not going to come from an animal. They're going to keep all the animals so they can do their sacrifice. And it's going to make a lot of people unhealthy. Like, I'm vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for 10 years, but I'm not anti-meat eaters. Like, your own journey. I never judge anyone for their own journey like that. And the only thing I judge on somebody is if they allow it to happen, the slaughtering and the hurting of animals, not caring the suffering, what happens to them. I have a problem with that because that's what they do to humans off planet. That's what they do to humans in the dumbs. We're corralled naked into large buildings on and off planet. We have no rights. We have nowhere to pee or poop. We have no food to eat. Whatever food they give us, everybody's starving. There's no difference between the humans and the animals going through that suffering. So, good God, man, people, like, try to maybe, I understand that you like, no judgments with the eating meat, no judgments at all, but like, maybe do something about how they treat the animals before they kill them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe give them a better life. Let them see outside. Let them get grass and sunlight, man. Like, that's the only thing I would fight for their rights, man. That's it.
Dude, they're doing it though with, like, did you see the whole lettuce scare? I mean, like, they're doing it with everything we eat. It's like they're like
they're hitting both sides.
It's like we've never. It's like when I grew up, like, it was never like this. Maybe it's just because we're more consciously aware now. But like, I think things also got worse over time.
You know why it's happening now?
Well. Yeah,
it's happening now because everything is covered in Roundup, Monsanto.
Yeah,
and what's happening is
right?
It's causing all this mutations in the plants and animals that they're spraying, and this is why everyone in the United States has Roundup detectable in their urine. They found this out through all these medical places, hospitals. They have to go to this database that's through the state. In all these urinalyses, they're showing that 80% of all people in the United States piss Monsanto. How do you think that's possible? It's in our water. It's in our food. It's in our non-organic produce. And what they're doing to organic produce at Publix and all these other grocery stores, you know what they're doing? They're spraying this water on the produce to make it all nice, right? To make it all watery.
Yeah.
They're spraying fungicides and antiviral stuff all over the organic produce.
Holy shit, man.
That is illegal. That is not allowed legally with organic produce. It has to be separated. And what they're doing, they're spraying a lot of the fungicides directly next to the organic produce that is only 1 foot away. By law, that should be illegal. If I'm paying more money for organic produce, I'm paying to not have the mRNA vaccine in it. They're actually vaccinating the plants now with this spray. They're putting the freaking COVID stuff all over our plants.
Whoa.
They're injecting it at all the animals before they're slaughtered.
Dude,
so people are eating it. They're eating these chemicals that will kill you and cause us mass cancer.
Yeah.
They're feeding our own animals back to them in our own dog foods because all these dogs and cats and animals are now testing high in phenobarbital.
Whoa.
Phenobarbital is the chemical you give an animal when you euthanize it. How are our animals dying from phenobarbital?
Dude,
having neurological and electrical problems because the dog food has ground up dead animals in it.
Ugh.
What they're doing is these dog food companies and these pet companies, they have a contract with all these veterinary morgues where they buy these animals by the pound at like pennies on the dollar. So your animal, sometimes when you pay to get it cremated, sometimes you're not even getting your animal. There's no chain of custody. You're assuming your animal is yours when you get it back. When I have my animal cremated in the future, I'm going to be there watching it burn myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure, because what they're doing is even with cremation, if you don't pay for a private cremation, you're paying for a cremation that includes other animals that are all getting burned at once. So you have all this DNA from other animals that was never your dog, your cat, your squirrel, the most loved animal you have that you had cremated to remember forever. So just keep in mind, this is the plan at the highest level to invert everything. Everything is good is bad. Everything that is bad is good. Everything we think is safe is dangerous. Everything that's dangerous is almost safe. You know, we're in the world of fuck-ups and mirror inversions, and we've all been lied to. We've all been programmed. This is the time to face your fears. This is the time to wake up. This is the time to question your entire reality. Don't go to sleep. Don't take what would be perceived as the blue pill where you go right back and you can have your fake steak and your fake music and all this other stuff, when in real reality, we're just slaves.
Yeah. We got to make a change, right? I just don't know how we do it. That's the question. Like that's like
we have to rise up and take our power back. I don't know how more times I can say that. That is all I can legally tell you. We have to rise up and take our power back. We can do that peacefully. We don't need violence. Put 100,000 people together. Put 50,000 people together. Start marching. They already said J6 was illegal. Everything that happened. That's why they're letting everybody out with the whole J6 shit. That is part of the Bill of Rights. We have a legal right to do that by law. Period. It literally says we have the legal right to do that. The fact that they made it illegal means they violated their oath of office. They used the color of law to defraud us. That's how they had the COVID shit happened. We were all lied to. It was just lie after lie after lie. So, I mean, how much more are you people going to accept this, man? We have to start doing something about it. Be the change you want to see around the world. Don't die in this life with nothing but regrets. And your Akashic record said you basically allowed what would be tantamount to the Nazis taking over the world and killing everybody. If you just use as a mentality of understanding, you allowed it to happen. Shame on you. I will die for this.
Yeah.
I will give up my life for truth. I do not fear death. I fear not living. And not doing is something is not living.
Yeah, and we should be able to live the life we want to live, you know, not the life that they have planned out for us, or like the future they want to see. It should be the future we want to see, right? That's what it should be. Like it should definitely be the future we want to see. Yeah, I guess we could take a couple more small questions and we'll wrap up. But this was an amazing show. Yeah, this was from Missy Hill. She refreshed because she says, "Do you know me from any program?"
Do I know Missy from many programs? Wow, that's a hell yes. Do I know Missy from Earth-based programs? Yes. Do I know Missy from the SSP? Hell yes. Have we served together in the SSP? Yes. Is she part of Nachtwaffen? Yes. These are swinging hard and fast. Is she part of Kruger? Yes. Have we been in DUMS together? Yes. Were we programmed together? Yes. Now we'll do we'll do another card. Interesting. This is a corporate program. Spencer Biotechnic. You might be someone who does gene editing or some kind of scientist, and you work with genetics. This can be hybridization of plants, animals, or extraterrestrials.
Wow. That was
and keep in mind, I have not looked through Julia's deck once. I don't know what these cards are. I thought I would do this oracle reading and be shocked. I'm like, so every card is new to me. I have no idea what's coming, and I have no idea what's even in the deck. So I find that a lot cooler.
That is. This is from Callie Snyder. She said, I think I know that's a guy. I remember him from the past. He says, Drago, he says, have I served with you in the SSP? And he says, dowsing.
Have I? It almost wanted answered immediately. I'll ask it in my head. Hell yes. Has Snyder and I served together in the programs? Yes. Hell yes. Is that why he feels he knows me? Yes. Should he get a hypnosis session from me? Hell yes. Let's see. We'll do a card real quick. Boom, just what I said. You need a hypnosis session. You need to do an Akashic record reading, and this is where your answers will come from. So if you can get an in-person hypnosis session with me, I only do in-person sessions from Tampa, Florida. That's Dolores Cannon rules, not my rules. I can't legally do it online, but I will be doing Beyond Quantum Healing this year. I already got the material. And I'm also going to be creating I already created it, but I'm going to be using my own technique as well. So I'm going to be having 3 different modalities along with psychic stuff, along with remote viewing, along with dowsing. So I'm opening up the Pandora's box of skills and abilities, and I'm going full throttle, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool that you're expanding to BQH. I think that's what Maya does too. She does BQH so she can do her sessions online. Like that, dude. I think that's like a. Oh, sorry.
And he also is a super soldier. So
yeah,
this is where we serve together in the special access programs.
Wow, that's cool. We'll do one more. This is Wizard Witkus, and he says, "Question."
Yeah, that rocks.
He
James
says,
has always been supportive and behind the scenes, and always had some awesome comments, and he's always been on all my other friends' channels. So, heck yeah.
He wants to know. He says, "Have I worked with Drago in the SSP?"
Have we worked together in the SSP? Hell yes. Are we both intergalactic wizards? Yes. Does he contain high wizard energy? Yes. I'm already seeing him in the SSP. He runs in some of our units. He also wears black armor. The rods are confirming it. Interesting.
Wow.
Have we served together in multiple lifetimes? Yes. Does this have to do with time travel? Yes. Does this have to do with outside of secret space program contracts? Yes. Are we part of the same soul group? Yes. Well, that was obvious to me. Even I knew that.
This is just more like a general question. This is from Sovereign Cosmic Wildman. Where'd it go?
You will get that information when you recover your memories through hypnosis or through remote viewing, and that's where the memories of us will start coming.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that last question? Let me see here. Oh, What was Karen's question? Okay, let me see what Karen's question was. She said she sent a PayPal. I'll look at it real
Oh,
quick.
and also whoever sent me this to my house, I don't know how the hell you got my address with Amazon because you were not credited, but it's a pen holder. It's fucking awesome. So thank you, whatever phantom person this is. And it goes great with the pen I got from Shelley from Ireland. This is like a Celtic dragon, and it's heavy as hell, man. This thing is badass. I bring it in my hypnosis sessions. So, like, what kind of cool gift is that from two different people? Unless
That's
Shelley
awesome.
sent that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a pen for Drago's pen holder. So,
That's cool.
the whole Black Ops Ninja. Come on, that's totally me. It was awesome, man.
Karen, go ahead and put your question in the chat, and we'll get to it. I just don't see it, and I don't see it anywhere. Like I don't. That someone said so beautiful, that pen. It is dope. It is really cool. It's like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you can
man.
see it starts with a dragon head up top, and it just interweaves in that whole Celtic design. I got this at the Hill of Tara. You can see its little reptilian body just going through it. And I'm telling you, this thing is heavy. Whatever it is, it's heavy. And again, I have the frequency of the Hill of Tara and what I did to remember it. So it's awesome.
Let me see here. I'll comment with I'm waiting for Karen's question because Karen sent a PayPal, so it's like I want to answer her question. I'll do this question. This is more like a general question. This is from Sovereign Cosmic Wellman. He says, students from the special ed get recruited into SSP. Would you say even more so or something? Because maybe they're used in like what I mean, like in gate programs and stuff or no, I don't know. Like,
let's take an autistic kid, for example. Autistic children are operating at such a high frequency that when they attempt to bridge and talk to us, it's almost as if a god came down, lowercase g god, an extraterrestrial, came down and talked to a monkey. There's no way to communicate. There's nothing been established. There's no interfacing yet. You're basically trying to communicate to a monkey. And like the problem with a lot of autistic parents is I've seen with sessions on these parents connecting to their son or daughter that has autism that they're not being challenged. They're operating on such a high intellectual level that it's like they're playing monkey games with monkeys here. And they're what these parents are doing, they're giving them games that are tantamount to what you would give a monkey to play with.
Whoa.
Give them a 5D chessboard. Give them a complicated game. That's why they can stack cups like this, one after another. They can reverse engineer shit we can't even fathom. People with ADHD, we're starting to find out that people with ADHD means you're extremely high functioning. And we can multitask like a son of a bitch. And that's what ADHD really is. You're operating in these different realms of reality where you're taking from everything and everything else is so slow a vibration. That's why you got to do this. You got to do that. Like me in real life, man. Hey, alkaline water, 7.2 or higher. Look at you focusing on your health. That's awesome. I forgot what I was saying. I was just like, fuck yeah, Rob's being the change he wants to see in the world.
Dude, I lost 10 pounds so far. I'm trying to get in shape, man. I'm working out a lot and like I'm really pushing for it, Like I'm gonna
Now's
go for
the
a
time,
walk.
man. Now's the time. Be that galactic superhero you are, and over the next couple of years, start showing that's who you are. A lot of us, we've been lazy, man. Even me. Life is tough. We work too much. We don't have time for nothing because, like, again, I work like 120 hours a week. Well, I said last interview I did, I lost my tattoo job. We actually sold our building. So I've worked for this tattoo shop for the last 8 years, and he just sold the business, and it's no more. So now I have all this extra time to do more consults, to do more presentation writing, to do more work. So I didn't lose that 50 hours of work. I just reallocated that 50 hours of work into other stuff. So now I can do consults more often. I don't have to just do them late at night on the days that I would be at my tattoo job or sometimes during my tattoo job. So anybody wanting consults?
Also, can you do tattoos from home? Like, or like, is there like legal issues with that or something? Or like,
technically, my license extends to the state of Florida, but I will never bring someone home to my citadel that I do not know or trust. This place is my citadel. This is my stronghold. That's why I even call it the Citadel during my podcast, Portal to Another Dimension. Coming at you live from the Citadel in Tampa, Florida. This
Yeah.
is my stronghold. So most of the people that ever come here are very good friends of mine or famous speakers.
Yeah. So we'll do this last question. This is from Karen McDonald. She says, question for Drago. She says, have I been involved with the ACIO Drago Special Forces? And then she says, use whatever. She says.
Okay, so I recognize Karen. All right. I remember you. Are you saying, do you have ACIO records? And do you and I connect to the ACIO, or are you asking if we are involved in the SSP? I'm not understanding the exact question with the ACIO.
I think she says, has she been involved with the ACIO and then also Special Forces with you?
Okay. Do the ACIO have records on Karen? Yes. Is she an active asset? Yes. Should Karen contact the ACIO? Yes. Should she message Jessica on Facebook? Yes. Message Jessica, get that set up. I answered that. I asked that question in my mind. Will she discover a shit ton of stuff? And the answer was yes. Have Karen and I worked together in the secret space program? Yes. Have we worked together in the same factions? Yes. Have we worked together in the same units? Yes. Is she a super soldier? Yes. Have we killed people together? Yes. Yes. The answer is all yes.
Dude,
I'm gonna do a card pull real quick. I'm gonna do 2 cards. I'm gonna do 3 cards since this is the last pull.
Karen's a master at health, by the way. You know, she comes on my show all the time. She's like she's like a clan mother, but like she was a registered nurse for over 42 years now. She does like alternative health, genius biofeedback, yeah.
She's got some pretty dope ass cards. I already saw this. So we know each other from the breakaway civilizations. And I knew it was connected to Arasaka. And Arasaka Robotics is the second card I got. So we know each other through Arasaka. Let's see. Do we know each other through Yoshiro? Yes. Do we know each other also through Drago? Yes. So basically, you've interacted with my shard of my soul that was Yoshiro at Arasaka. I was pretty high at Arasaka, and I worked for the top people through Project Phoenix 3 at Arasaka, and she got the Project Phoenix card. So we've interacted with each other at Montauk as well through Project Phoenix. So those 3 cards, all breakaway, all Project Phoenix. Most of our things we done was off planet in these breakaway colonies. So that is 100% Project Phoenix 3. Was she also in time travel programs? Fuck yeah. Was that at Montauk? Yes. Was that at a Monarch dumb as well? Yes.
Wow. Holy shit. That's wow, this was an amazing show, man. We should do this again where we just do a show with the rods and cards, like a whole show about it,
I'm down.
That would be cool, like for sure. Like that would be I like this. It's fun, it's really fun. It's like, yeah. Yeah. Do you want to tell people how they can consult with you and anything you want to promote? Thanks, man. This was awesome.
Yeah, I also wanted to say there's some MK Ultra hearings going on right now, and I am trying to be part of those hearings. I've sent my local Congresswoman, Anna Paulina Luna, some messages, but I found out that I was 11 miles outside of her jurisdiction of her constituency. So if anyone can get me in contact with Anna Paulina Luna, I'm willing to go on record about the secret space program and MK Ultra, and I'll be one of the whistleblowers. Other than that, get you some Vader shades. Vader.com. These things are only like $90. Hide from the AI, hide from the flawed cameras. Use my code Drago5 at promo for checkout. I also will be speaking at the Disclosures in Mackinac conference. You could find that in Mortals of mortalsoferarth.com. Frank Rogala is putting that conference on. It's going to take part on 600 acres in Michigan, right on Lake Huron, right there on the ocean, dude, by that big ass bridge they have, and a huge golf course, huge. He has like, I think 200 rooms to rent throughout his properties right there on those 600 acres. And it's going to be a bunch of top speakers. We're bringing ET artifacts from digs around the world, crystal skulls, master skulls, all kinds of cool stuff, man.
Michigan's not far from me. People keep telling me I should try to go to that. I might try to go to that conference. I really am. I might try to go to that one for real. That sounds like a dope conference.
Dude, just make a post to see if you can split a room with somebody or stay with somebody or do whatever, man, because like it's going to be a good gathering of people, man. And like Frank Rogala, he's the one that made my intro to my podcast, Portal to Another Dimension. And he also made the documentary that we filmed together at Coral Castle for that documentary coming out this year with a bunch of famous people. It's going to be badass. Yeah. Remember, mortalsoferarth.com. If you can't come in person, buy the streaming pass. Use my code Drago for the streaming pass, and it saves you like $30 off the streaming. And that credit goes towards me. It makes me more valuable to the company, and maybe that'll help me be a speaker next year as well. So again, if you can't afford to come in person, get the live stream, get $30 off. Use my code Drago, DRAGO. It's that simple, and help me with my mission by doing that.
And what's the promo code for the Vader Shades again?
The Vader Shades is my name, Drago, DRAGO, the number 5. So Drago 5. That's it. It'll save you a little bit of cash, and it also makes me more valuable to that company. So it will mean a lot. I need to get my name out with this company, and like I said, they're only like $90, and the AI systems cannot see through it, and they can't run your facial recognition through your eyes alone. So even at the stoplights, I don't even wear, dude, I have like 30 or 40 pairs of custom shades. I don't even wear anyone. I only wear Vaders every single day. I'm not wearing regular shades anymore. I'm going to fight the damn resistance. I'm fighting Skynet till I die.
Hell yeah, man. I feel that. I'm getting
join the resistance like they did in Terminator. We are the resistance. Be the fucking resistance. Start resisting.
Yeah. And one more thing, how can people contact you for a session and stuff? Like how can they book a session and all that stuff?
Yeah, you just go to fractaloflight.com. FRACTAL. We are all a fractal of source. We are spark of source, and that's what a fractal of light is. Fractaloflight.com. And also follow me on Facebook, Drago Reid. You'll see a Black Ops soldier with his arm out. So that's it. I have most of my conversations on Facebook if you want to get to know me or get a session, start a conversation there.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys all tomorrow, and have a good night.